Welcome to Tidbit Talkin. Have some ideas about a fictional thing, each one featuring different levels of seriousness. Spoilers, here we go. Just one civilization, be it currently intact or long since faded, having disproportionately advanced technology is pretty common in Final Fantasy games. What with assorted entries having floating fortresses that might even be in orbit, various stratosphere-reaching towers containing tons of glowing doodads, mechs, and occasionally full-on spaceship hoopla. There's never much that explains how these cultures get wiped out whenever they're past-rolling ones, though. Nor is there ever any good reason for their counterparts to be behind when this stuff's going on during present-day shenanigans. Also, typically there's only one accomplished scientific mind in the modern world, usually the current Cid. If anything, said brilliant dude should have at least one rival somewhere in the world competing with him, which should result in at least one other area having some kind of impressive tech. This is never really the case though, and the reason is most likely because of another series staple, summoned monsters. Now, as convenient and cool it would be if Bahamut were just wiping out intellectuals to be funny or something and simply sparing Mr. Airship every time because he just thinks boats are super cool, that's probably not what's happening. It's a fair bit more likely that folks who aren't too skilled with calling creatures from other realms are merely ruining most great minds in these universes by botching their spells. To elaborate, the summoners with weaker capabilities, such as those who can only call aid for a limited number of times per battle, or have no choice in who shows up, are accidentally pulling people from other realms briefly when they screw up in ways other than not having enough MP. Of course, their intention to get help from mighty beings would still be deeply ingrained even in horribly botched spellwork though, resulting in them taking more mortality-having types who can influence the entire planet slowly over centuries instead of eternal beasts which would do so nigh instantaneously. And seen as humanity's invention of tools and concepts typically has much more lasting effect than a single individual being really freaking strong, and almost exclusively be the aforementioned brain types that get yanked off. Afterwards, if their minds aren't ruined through sheer trauma, they'd probably be unable to focus on prior works because of being distracted by the prospect of suddenly getting spirited away again at any moment. Thus, societal advancement gets halted for most FF worlds because their best educated dudes simply don't have the unique mind of someone like Gilgamesh that makes ceaseless world hopping a minor inconvenience rather than perception-shattering nightmare junk or whatever. Endings are a pain, but all of you are fantastic. See ya.